Hey guys, I am Yuri. Welcome back to my cosplay workshop. Today we are going to be soldiering on with our Pickle Vic costume. And if you're new here, Pickle Vic is our adorable name for our Adolescence Yuri on Ice Viktor costume from the recent trailer that dropped for the new movie. Today is going to be quite a short session. We're just going to be working on the back panel. As you can see, the back panel is already put together, and what we're going to do today is add the power mesh, the flesh colored mesh that goes into the back window, and also the darker panel that goes onto the side, plus the sexy lace that goes onto the bottom of the back window. Let's get crafting! Before we begin, let me just do a really quick plug. If you love learning cosplay crafting with me, visit my website at akwiru.com and grab one of my books from the store. There's also a free archive of all the tutorials I've made on social media for you to look through, and a gallery full of pretty pictures as well. Also, please consider becoming a supporter on Patreon, where for any amount that you choose to pledge, you'll access all of my YouTube videos 30 days early. Plus, you'll automatically get a tutorial booklet and pattern of each part of a cosplay that gets complete. Thank you so much for letting me plug. I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so first things first, I have pinned together 3 layers of fabric. There's 2 layers of shiny mesh on top of 1 layer of pale flesh colored spandex, and together that's supposed to make like a power mesh kind of illusion. Then once I have my illusion, then I can put the back panel onto the skin colored panel, like so. And then I'm gonna do my best to flatten out the spandex panel, because you don't want it to bunch up in the middle, or else when you wear it, you won't have a flat back, you'll just have like a bubbly back and it'll look really gross. So once I have made sure everything is flat, nice and flat, no bumps anywhere, then I can pin it down. Pin, 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 still pinning. Occasionally pull at the fabric a little bit to make sure that you are getting the maximum sort of comfortable tension that is in your stretch fabric. Ta-da! So that is all pinned together. You want to try to pin it as tightly as possible, so when you lift the fabric up to sew all of this down, nothing will move around. So that is the pinning done. It is just as nice and flat as I would want it. So next would just be to run this through a sewing machine. Very simple. Let's sew. Ta-da! So that is the back window panel all sewn down. Next, we're going to flip this panel over and cut out all of the dead weight that is around the window. We don't need all of this fabric, just snip it off. Ta-da! All done! Next up, we are gonna add some sexy lingerie lace to the bottom half of the back window. Before I attach the lace onto the window though, this lace is actually much wider than I need it to be. So what I'm gonna do is just like do a French hem onto the end of the lace to make it narrower, and also to make the bottom bit a little bit more rigid so that it can hold the structure of the back window, if that makes sense. So hi! All we need to do is fold the extra width of the lace over like this, put it into the machine like so, and pretty much just hem the end of the lace. And once you've got it in position, you can just noom it through. So ta-da! So this is done, so you can see instantly the lace a little bit thinner now, and there's a little bit of rigidness at the end of the trim as well. So when we sew this onto the back panel, this will help us give some structure to the bottom half of the window as well. Yay! Okay, ta-da! So what I have just done is pin the lace onto the bottom of the back window. I've avoided cutting the trim at where I need it to end. Instead, I've folded it down so that you've got a clean end fold that doesn't fray. It's time to sew. If you've pinned it well and comfortable, you should be able to just like noom your machine through it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm pretty comfortable with my pinning. So let's noom through. Noom! And noom! It's like pedal to the metal! And that's done! Oof, so sexy. The last thing I have to attach to the back panel is the darker piece of fabric that goes from the back window all the way to where the armpit is. So I've taken another piece of trusty cooking paper and I'm just using that to pattern out that panel. Easy done! So now this can be transferred onto another green fabric, cut out, pinned on, and sewn together. Ta-da! So that is the darker green panels that have been transferred onto the fabric, pinned down, and now it's ready to actually sew on properly. It might be a little bit dark with this camera, but it is 2 shades of green if you look carefully and in person. Ta-da! This is the back panel, completely done. So apart from the dark green that I've added to the back, I've also gone ahead and sewn the sequin trim onto the top as well. So this is completely ready to be sewn onto the rest of the garment. So we are done for this session. Yay! Yay! Thank you very much for watching another crafty session with me working on Viktor Nikiforov from the Yuri on Ice Adolescence movie trailer, aka Pickle Vic. Next time you'll see me, we will be continuing on this same project, Pickle Vic. And before then, please stay crafty, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thank you again. Bye. One more thing before I go. This episode was made possible by your amazing support on Patreon and Twitch. For those on my right, they are the lovely patrons who are pledging more than $5. And also on my left, a special thanks to Isabel, Jonathan, Chad, Sylvia, Halolelo, Adamessa, Carly, April, Natalie, Mary Dignan, and Just Believe Cosplay. They are the lovely patrons who are supporting at $15 and above every month. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you next episode. This time I'm gone for good. Bye bye, stay crafty.